What is up, everybody? I am here today to talk to you about the environment. Yay! And I just had a sip of green juice here, so I am all ready to hippie it out and do that kind of fun stuff. Joking aside, earlier this week, Ford released their new EV, the Mach E. And it is a type of crossover, full electric line, full electric vehicle. It's not Ford's first, but it is definitely the the newest, and it's definitely targeting some models that are available or coming available in the next year and a half. Specifically, from Tesla, their Model Y. And other brands like that. But basically, every electric vehicle over the next couple of years is going to be compared to some model from Tesla because, being the first and being the biggest, a full electric vehicle company, that's what they've earned. They've earned that right to be the standard benchmark EV vehicle. So, nevertheless, Ford released this Mach E, and it is a good-looking vehicle. It is a head-turner. I am excited to to test it, to see it, buy it. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, let's go over what is going to be available in the Mach E. Currently, they are scheduled to have 5 different models coming out. Starting from their base model, which is their Select Mach E. And the Select Mach E is going to be available in either all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. And it is kind of their base model, and it is coming in at just around $44,000. And I guess all the prices I mentioned throughout this video are going to be in US dollars. And they're before any incentives, right? So, your state or your province or your federal government might offer incentives to get you into an electric vehicle and bring that price down, $5,000, $10,000, maybe more. I don't know. Depends on where you are. But anyway, so going back here, the Select model is starting at just under $44,000. It's going to have a 230 mile range to the electric vehicle battery, and it's going to hit that mid 5-second mark for 0 to 60 time. As mentioned, it's going to be an all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and then going up from the Select is the premium model, which is going to be a just over $50,000 starting price, and it's going to hit an estimated 300 miles in range, or just around 475 kilometers for my friends, who are watching this video in Canada, or basically everywhere else besides the United States that deals with, kilometers and stuff like that. Again, it's going to be available in all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and it's going to hit a similar mid-5-second 0 to 60 time. So the third model that's going to be available is the GT model, and that one's going to jump up in price fairly significantly. It's going to hit that $60,000, just over $60,000 base price. The range on that model is going to be reduced. It's going to drop to around 235 miles. So again, that it's kind of hitting that similar baseline, that Select model that's going to hit that 230 mile range. The big difference with the GT, and as you can imagine, the GT model is kind of geared towards performance. And here we see the vehicle being available in all-wheel drive only, and it's going to hit like a mid-3 0 to 60 time. So that is obviously quite a bit faster than the Select and the premium models that are going to be available as well. And you can see that's kind of the big difference between those 3 models. So the 4th model that's going to be available is called a California Route 1. And it's going to drop a little bit off of that GT pricing. And it's going to hit around $52,400. The big difference with the California Route 1 model is that it is designed for the longest range. Okay, so this model is designed to hit over 300 miles per battery, full battery charge. It's going to be available in rear-wheel drive only, and it is the slowest, hitting a like a mid-6 0 to 60 time. So That's something to think about. Certainly, it is the the kind of the most environmentally friendly vehicle that they offer, or the longest lasting battery charge, whatever, however you want to classify it. That's what's available. And finally, for a limited run, and they're calling it the first edition run of the Mach E, there is going to be a vehicle called First Edition. And the first edition is going to have some limited edition upgrades and things like that. First of all, it's going to be just under $60,000. It's going to have a 270-mile estimated range. It's going to be a mid-5, 0 to 60 vehicle, and it's going to be all-wheel drive only. This limited edition car is going to be available in the United States. It's going to be available in 3 distinct limited edition colors. If you're watching this from Canada or maybe some other parts of the world, it's going to only be available in the grabber blue metallic body color. Other things that make it a limited edition model are going to be, it's going to have a unique interior contrast stitching. It's going to have first edition scuff plates. It's going to have brushed aluminum pedals and red brake calipers. And being the first edition model, it is a limited run vehicle. So I imagine if you are putting in a reservation now or in the very near future, you'll probably be able to snag one of these editions, and they'll be available starting about a year from now in late 2020. Most of the other vehicle models like the Select and the Premium and the GT, they're going to be like late 2020, probably early 2021 before we actually can see them in the lots and stuff like that. So that is the Mach E lineup. I am excited about these vehicles. I am certainly stoked to see that a legacy car maker is coming out with a really compelling lineup. And I'm curious to see how it's going to compare, like I said, to like a legacy electric vehicle company like Tesla. They at about the same time are going to be having their Model Y come out, and I would take this opportunity to say that is going to be their most direct competition and comparison, right? So the Mach E versus the Model Y, they're both kind of a 4-door kind of crossover, small SUV type of vehicle. And pricing-wise and spec-wise, they're fairly similar. On paper, they certainly are close. I would still give the nod maybe to the Teslas. But the nice thing about Ford is that their dealership network means that you are going to be able to, get into the Mach E, see it, feel it, test drive it. Whereas, the thing about Teslas is they're not, don't have a dealership network. You kind of just order a vehicle and it shows up, and, if you love it, great. If not, they have, their return programs and stuff like that. But anyway, so that is the highly anticipated. It was released and it was announced earlier this week officially, and I can't wait to get into it, like I mentioned, and yeah. So Mach E, what are your thoughts on the Mach E? Is it going to be the vehicle that's going to take Ford into this next 10, 20, 100 years as far as vehicles go, or is it going to be kind of more of a big flop, or is it going to be kind of a test for Ford? Like they are still making full gas vehicles. Currently I'm driving the full gas F-150. And I don't see them getting away from that. But how soon do you think that, Ford might offer a full electric range lineup? Or is electric maybe the way that we are going to be going? I'm filming this late 2019. Are, electric vehicles the way of the future? Or is there some kind of new technology that, isn't maybe on the forefront of consumers' minds, but it might be in the next couple of years? Leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I'm excited to hear them. I'm excited to respond to them. And while you're down there, I know there's a little button that says subscribe. I would be delighted if you hit that. And there's a little bell notification button beside that as well. And that'll let you know whenever I upload a new video on electric vehicles or computers or whatever it is that I feel like uploading a video on that day. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to get into a comparison, a direct comparison between the Mach E and the Model Y in an upcoming video. So keep your eyes out for that. And until next time, see ya.